Good evening. This is the caucus meeting for September 10, 2025. Presiding officer of the council, Milady Tejeda, wishes to advise the audience that notice of this meeting has been filed with the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and posted on the bulletin board in the city clerk's office and on the city's website, indicating that today's meeting is being held in the council chambers, City Hall, 260 High Street at 5:30 p.m. Right now is 5:35. The council meeting will follow the caucus and closed session. Council President Tejeda, as a courtesy of the governing body, I will ask all individuals present, including members of the audience, to please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices. Should you need to make a telephone call, please go out into the hallway and speak in a low voice so as not to disturb the ongoing meeting. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista.
Present.
Oh, very good.
Councilwoman Morales.
Present.
Councilwoman Peralta.
Present.
Councilman Puccio.
Present.
Council President Tejeda.
Present. Okay, I know it's not on the agenda, but since we have some item about the library upgrade and everything, I think we should have some type of presentation that the director is going to present.
Good evening, Council President and members of the council. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak tonight. As you know, the Library Board of Trustees have approved the amendment of architectural services supporting the lower level renovations. In front of you tonight, we're asking that the council approves the amendment of increasing the renovations to $2.4 million from the library reserves. This is the first introduction of the ordinance on the agenda tonight. The lower renovations is not, the funding will not expand the project beyond its original purpose. We continue with the original intent of the project, was to make the library a 21st century library for our community. We are asking for the increase of the funding to improve aspects of the library that will directly impact our residents when it comes to children's programming, teen engagement, adult learning, STEM activities, and programming that could be closed off while other programs take place in the library. This funding comes from our library reserves and will not impact our taxes in any way. I believe that we're using these funds responsibly for the purpose of capital improvement. In addition to this, by acting now, we won't delay the project any further, and it will keep us from any potential inflation that comes with delaying constructions. I have here tonight Dennis Cole and his project manager, Kelly, who will be providing more details should you guys have any questions about the cost or how we came about these costs. We also have a small rendering, virtual rendering of the renovations of what we're looking to achieve. Once again, I just making a very basic introduction to what we're asking for, and we hope to have your support for the renovation of the lower level of the library.
Thank you. Come on.
So you want the presentation?
Yes. You can come to the mic, please.
I'm Dennis Cole, principal of Dennis Cole Architects, and we're grateful to be on this project because we've been designing public libraries for many years, and we do historic preservation work as well, and this combines them both, and so we're glad to serve you. Actually, if I can't, I'll do this. I have to be able to see what
Okay.
myself.
You want to come inside and maybe?
This is good
Look
because
at it. You can look?
I could see you, yes.
Okay.
So this is the after photo of the lower level improvements. If any of you have been down there, and there's not a lot of reason to go, there's a children's room, but the rest of the lower level is mostly staff areas and storage and utilities. And we looked at that and we said, you know, this could be optimized. And so this uses every square inch of the lower level. The history is you got a $1.5 million grant. And then the board came up with a wish list, also in cooperation with you guys, of what you would like to do. But nobody knew how much you could do for 1.5 million. So we were hired to do the estimate. And we did an estimate. We found out, hey, to improve the lower level fully and beautifully is 2.7 million. To do the upper level is about 1.5 million. So you add those two together, and it's a large amount of money that you didn't have. You had 1.5. Well, the board, the library board, has capital reserves, and they added that in to try to do most of the 2.7 million of the lower level. And maybe with good bidding, a good bidding climate, we might be accomplishing more than 2.7 million with 2.4 than at the moment we're estimating, meaning right now we're conservative. So the upper level is another grant we're going for. If we get it, it'll be matched by the library board again from their capital reserves. And so it'll be another 1.5 million. And what that virtually does is add some enclosed rooms. Right now, it's a totally open plan. There's no place for a computer lab. There's no place for students to do homework. There's no place for tutoring other than it be out in the open. It also makes other improvements, lighting. The circulation desk right now is in the middle, and it's awkward, and the staff wants to have a workroom, a place to retreat. So that's the overall picture. We also have like a fly-through rendering of the lower level, if you'd like to see it. It's in 4 clips because they're large files. If you could hit play, can you do that? This is the entrance to the lower level. This is an after photo. This is how it may look with all built-in casework, activities, a table there where there are boxes of, say, puzzles, boxes of crayons. You can pull the activities out, work on that table. So it's an idea of organizing and also creating little zones, computer areas, little play areas, reading areas, and adding a ramp, which allows us to access the rest of that lower level, which previously was not ADA accessible. This is student art. We interviewed the kids. We interviewed the kids, and they said this is something they wanted. To the left will be the new program room, which is now a storage room. And to the right, well, that's a little reading area, and forward ahead is a parent reading area where a parent could read a book to a child, a grandparent could read a book to a child. So then we could go to the And so there's a little workroom. That's actually the circ desk for the lower level, the activity table. It's kind of a new concept. Thank you. Thank you so much. Better on our ears. And now we can cancel that, go to the next slide, and because this is just a repeat. We're outside in a little alley, and this is how one way that half the people enter the children's room. We're relocating the entrance to what was once an employee entrance, more centralized. And what that does for us is allows us to add 2 new toilet rooms, which really don't exist downstairs, at least not accessible, to the right. To the left, we'll show you later, these tables come down in their workstation, a maker space, so to speak. And forward ahead is the program room. We'll go in there in a second. It's also, the adults can use this meeting room. It's all on schedule. This is the archive area. We create a little gallery so we can display some of the history of Perth Amboy, which is fascinating now that I've been involved in the project. I talk about it all the time because it's kind of interesting how the Revolutionary War hinged around here. And now back into the children's room from that same main entrance. You can go to archives, you can go to the children's room, you can go to the program room. And as we turn to the right, it's the second way into the program room, which are these doors on the right. And we're reusing some of the old doors, the history, where we can. I think we go to the next slide. Now we go into that program room, which, remember, is primarily a children's program room. It'll hold about 49 people, maybe not comfortably. That's the code limit, 49. It'll also have, through that door there, will be a prep area. So sink and refrigerator, so if the kids are doing crafts and having crackers afterwards or juices, all of that is kept cold, but in an ancillary space. Also the media closet for controlling the sound and lights will be behind that door. Now we go into the makerspace. Those tables have folded down, which we showed you before. Some roll-out tool cabinets with supplies in it, and a small area to work with parents on rector set kind of things, or today, robotics. And those TV screens above could be instructional videos. They could also be a scrolling meeting notices or programming notices. Single occupancy toilet rooms, which are fully ADA accessible. All these great features that they do not have now. And the final run is we're going to take you into archives. You have a lot of history stored down there, not appropriately. We're going to improve the air conditioning and the humidity. We'll have some moving displays in the corridor using every inch that we have. Now the archives, we're using mobile shelves on the left. You just saw a glimpse of them. We're going to restore the original shelves with the ladder and put archival materials out on there. There will be the microfiche reader, but also digital readers, and a nice workspace to do research on the materials, and displays for maps and other things. And that glare is because there's all windows. There's a lot of light down in that archive room, even though it's buried half a level down. So we'll put UV protection on the windows and take advantage of it just being a beautiful room. I think now we'll take you in the staff area. Not as exciting, but to them, it'll be nice to have that little prep area, storage. That door goes to the meeting room. And then staff room usually is so they can have their lunch in private. And there'll be two toilet rooms. They exist, they're old, and that's part of that gap between the 2.4 million that we have appropriated and the 2.7 it'll take to actually go everywhere and do everything. So those toilet rooms may or may not be part of the project. And that's really it. Do you have any questions?
I do. You know the entrance that's going into the kids, the children's section from the outside? It's a circular.
Yes.
Is that ADA accessible, like wheelchair accessible, or is just stairs there?
It is accessible from the other door. So where the accessible entrance is now, where the accessible parking is, you would come in that way, go down the elevator, and you can, because it's ramped, you can go right into that area, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I can just make a comment. It looks beautiful. It will be wonderful to see that coming to life because the library has been waiting, you know, too much waiting for a renovation this kind for our citizen and our residents. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to echo that. The programming has been exceptional at the library, so I cannot wait to see the renovations into fruition to match what's offered for our adults and for our students as well. And thank you for the presentation.
Thank you for bringing that up. Okay.
Thank you, Council President, council members, for your attention to the matter, and we hope to have your support on this amendment to the ordinance. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Ordinance, public hearing, 3 minutes maximum per speaker per ordinance. Number one, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy to amend an ordinance entitled, an ordinance designating restricted parking spaces for use by handicapped persons, ordinance number 380-85, and amendments, adopted July 2nd, 1985, also known as Chapter 255A of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy, and this is about deletions. Number two, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, to amend an ordinance entitled Streets and Sidewalks, ordinance number 121-76, adopted December 12, 1976, as amended by ordinance number 537-91, adopted April 16, 1991, also known as Chapter 386 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy, and this is about sidewalk construction and repair inspection fees. Number three, an ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled Vehicles and Traffic, ordinance number 194-78, as amended, adopted September 19, 1978, also known as Chapter 414 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy. And this is in reference, no turn on red on Smith and Goodwin intersection. Number four, an ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled Property Maintenance, ordinance number 646-92, as amended, adopted November 16, 1992, also known as Chapter 335 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy. Agenda, public comment. Citizen may address the council on any matter on the agenda which does not have its own scheduled public hearing. Citizens shall be permitted to speak once for a maximum of 3 minutes. Minutes. Council meetings, September 9 and 25, 2024, October 9 and 23rd, 2024, November 13, 2024. Bids. Bids were received on August 7, 2025 for the following: Convery Boulevard Trend Repair Project. I guess we only received one, and it was Roman E&G Corporation, $694,477.50. Reports. Jill A. Goldie, CFO Controller, submitted the following: investment report for the month of July 2025, revenue and appropriations status report as of July 2025, current fund, water, wastewater utility, parking utility, harborside marina utility. Check register report for July 2025, and the total amount of $11,067,176.74. And report of bond sale held on August 14, 2025. Fallon Barczewski, tax collector, submitted the report of collection for the month of July 2025. Ordinance, first reading, no public discussion. Number one, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, amending the description in Section 1 and providing a supplemental appropriation of $645,000 for ordinance number 2160-2024. Finally adopted May 22nd, 2024. Number two, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, to amend and supplement an ordinance entitled Peddling and Soliciting, ordinance number 572-91, adopted September 17, 1991, also known as Chapter 317, Peddling and Soliciting, Article number 1, Peddler of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy. Number three, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, to amend an ordinance entitled Vehicles and Traffic, ordinance number 194-78, as amended, adopted September 19, 1978, also known as Chapter 414, sick of the code of the city of Perth Amboy, and this is about stop and intersections. The ordinance of the city of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, amending and supplementing the city of Perth Amboy Development Regulations and Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 430, with respect to the term definitions. Resolution R 358-925, authorizing the insertion of revenue in the calendar year 2025 budget pursuant to NJSA 48, column 4-87, chapter 159, PL 1948 for the NJDOT SRTS Design Assistance Grant in the amount of $169,292.78. R 359-925, authorizing the insertion of revenue in the calendar year 2025 budget pursuant to NJSA 48, column 4-87, chapter 159, PL 1948 for the National Opioid Settlement in an additional amount of $95,820.69. R 360-925, amending the 2025 capital budget and six-year capital improvement program and authorizing the filing of same with the Division of Local Government Services. R 361-925, authorizing the city of Perth Amboy to participate in the national opioid settlements reached with Purdue Pharma and the Sackler family. R 362-925, authorizing accumulated leave of payout for Frank Zeck in the amount of $56,722.43 based on separation from service on August 1st, 2025. R 363-925, authorizing accumulated leave payout for Michael Melendez in the amount of $9,949.99 based on the separation from service on May 17, 2025. R 364-925, adopting the Personnel Policy Manual for the City of Perth Amboy revised as of September 10th, 2025. R 365-925, authorizing a contract with T&M Associates to provide professional engineering services associated with scope and fee estimate for design and CA/1 service associated with the city's 2025 Road Improvement Program Phase 6 in an amount not to exceed $199,000. R 366-925, authorizing change order number 1 to the contract with Turco Golf, Inc. for the upsize doghouse manholes from 48 inches to 60 inch to meet site requirements. R 367-925, authorizing a refund in the amount of $75 to Oren Maidenberg, a tenant, for the return of his key deposit for 2 keys with Perth Amboy Harborside Marina. R 368-925, authorizing the city to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Middlesex County STEM Charter School for the use of school resource officer in the Perth Amboy Public Schools.
Council
Yes.
President, I got a question. I know in the original, when we were trying to work out an agreement with the Board of Education, this was going to be a shared service with, we were going to pay half and they were going to pay half. Now, is that the same set of circumstances here, the same deal? Is the charter school going to kick in the salaries of these 2 police officers? I see the chief is shaking his head, yes.
Okay,
All right, that's
come on
good.
up.
And the second
may-
thing is, the second question to that would be, is that the charter school is a freestanding school. It's not part of the Perth Amboy public school system. Perth Amboy Public Schools is the schools that, you know, the high school, McGinnis, Shell, right? That's the Perth Amboy Public Schools District. Now, I think it should read a Perth Amboy Public School because the charter school is public. And it stands by itself. It's not part of the Board of Education, but it's also not part of the County Board of Education. It's just its own entity. So it kind of throws me off when it says Perth Amboy Public Schools,
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, if there's a better definition than that, I mean.
I know what you're saying, it's not a Perth Amboy public school.
Right, it's not a
So
Perth,
that shouldn't be there.
right. But it is a
But I
public
think it's
school.
part of the Perth Amboy. It's part of the Perth Amboy.
I'll let him speak.
Go ahead.
But it is a public school, but it's just, I think there should be a definition to say that it is a public school, but it's not part of the Perth Amboy School District.
Yes, Councilman. Good evening. That verbiage comes from the grant itself. It says Perth Amboy School District, not Perth Amboy Public School District. So that verbiage comes from the grant itself. With this, if this is approved, we do have to go for grant modification because, to identify that and that, what school system, but it is part of the Perth Amboy School District, not Perth Amboy Public School District.
Right, right.
So PAPS district
That
versus
would
PA
be the
district.
definition. That
Yes.
would be the separation.
So that's why
all
that-
I'm saying is that, just so people understand that is, you know, because the question might come up, why aren't they at McGinnis School? And that's a story for another time. But I'm just saying that if we're going to amend it, to what you just said.
Yes, they actually, it does say that right now. It says Perth Amboy School District, and when we sought clarification from our grant manager, from the US DOJ, that it's a district in Perth Amboy, not the Perth Amboy Public School District. So that's why we'll be able to do that. So that was just the way, because it's around the country, so different states do different things, but we explained to them our geographical boundaries and municipal boundaries and so forth, and that was the understanding.
And they're gonna be kicking in.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Same deal.
Same exact deal, yes.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm good.
Yes, just different school buildings we'd be in.
All right, I'm good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
R 369-925, designating certain property as an area in need of rehabilitation pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law, NJSA 40A, column 12A-1.
Council President, I just have a comment. I know for the planning board, we did have an amazing presentation. I just wanted to know, at least for the public, if we could just have a general overview for Resolution 369.
Sure, I can get started.
Please.
The council authorized that study that you saw at the planning board, I believe it was last night. Council authorized that by resolution last February. The study was to determine whether every block and lot in the city qualified as an area of rehabilitation. That is distinct from area in need of redevelopment. As I'm sure you saw, there's different criteria for rehabilitation area versus redevelopment area, and there's different powers that it affords the city. The most significant, perhaps for the public, are that by virtue of a rehabilitation designation, that doesn't empower the city to offer long-term tax exemptions or to use its condemnation powers. So those are some distinctions, and it does provide some benefits for both the city and the property owners within that area, which will encompass the whole city if the council decides to vote on that. The city planner has anything to add, I'd welcome his comments to add on to that.
Good evening,
Good evening.
and thank you for your kind words about my planning board presentation. Yeah, I mean, I think Mr. Opal covered it pretty well. There are a number of benefits that come along with an area in need of rehabilitation designation, including your ability and the city council's ability to authorize specific zoning for particular areas in the form of a redevelopment plan. as well as the ability to adopt a short-term tax abatement ordinance of up to 5 years. Those tax abatement ordinance can take a very wide range of shapes and sizes and purposes. Just to echo Mr. Opal's comments, to be very clear, this is different from an area in need of redevelopment designation in that it would not authorize a payment in lieu of a taxes agreement or a pilot agreement. It does not authorize the condemnation of any buildings. It doesn't authorize any demolitions. There are a certain set established of the local redevelopment and housing law that establish criteria for whether or not properties qualify. In this case, we met 2 of those 6 criteria, that being an excess of 50% of the housing stock throughout the city being older than 50 years in age. In this case, we found of all the residential properties throughout the city, approximately 83.9% of them were in excess of 50 years of age. And that a majority of the water and sewer system throughout the city is in excess of 50 years in age and in need of substantial repair and maintenance, which, after confirming with the Middlesex County Water Affiliates of Perth Amboy and Luis Perez Jimenez, unfortunately, much of our sewer and water system, a majority of our sewer and water system is close to 100 years in age and has not received any significant upgrades since its installation in the early 1900s. So I'm happy to address any other specific questions you may have about the qualifying criteria or the reasons that you may wish to do so. I'd also like to emphasize that any of the tools that this designation would avail you to would require separate action apart from this designation by you all, the City Council. So if you wish to pursue a 5-year tax abatement ordinance or a redevelopment plan, it's a change to the zoning parameters for any given property, those would come before you. So the implications are significant for this body. But this is solely concerning whether or not the city as a whole, in this case, meets this criteria, which I found it did, and the planning board concurred with our recommendations the other week.
Can you go over about how do they, like an area of rehabilitation, what will be the criteria for them to qualify for it? Or how do you go about that?
So there are 6 criteria in total. You only need to meet 1 of them, but that would be a significant presence of structures that are dilapidated or substandard or underutilized in some fashion. Again, as I said, for our case, a majority of the housing stock being in excess of 50 years of age, a persistent pattern of vacancy and abandonment or underutilization, persistent tax arrearage, environmental contamination, and then the other one relevant in this case, the condition of the water and sewer infrastructure.
Thank you.
Certainly.
Anybody else? No. Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you.
R 370-925, authorizing settlement of workers' compensation litigation entitled Mildred Cardona Valle versus City of Perth Amboy, CP number 2018-20595, in the total amount of $10,000. R 371-925, authorizing the release of bond and escrow fees in the amount of $9,698.39 to Angel Soto for open balances for performance bond escrows, planning, and zoning review and engineering and inspection in various locations. R-372-925, authorizing the submission of an application to the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs for the fiscal year 26 state legislative grant program in the amount of $1 million. R-373-925, accepting the Neighborhood Preservation Program, NPP, Year 5 Strategic Implementation Plan and funding in the amount of $125,000. R-374-925, authorizing submission of an application to the New Jersey Urban Enterprise Zone Assistance Funds for the Success Bound Program in the amount of $50,000. R-375-925, authorizing submission of an application to the New Jersey Urban Enterprise Zone Authority for the Urban Enterprise Zone Assistance Funds for the fireworks and 250th anniversary celebration in the amount of $250,000. R-376-925, authorizing up to 60 days of pay injury leave for Police Officer Julius Madam through December 2nd, 2025. R-377-925, authorizing submission of an application to the Middlesex County 2026 Program Support 1 Grant Program for the annual Waterfront Festival. R-378-925, authorizing submission of an application to the Middlesex County 2026 Capital Grants Program for the Art Gallery Sound and Lighting Improvement Program. R-379-925, authorizing change order number 1 to the contract with Colliers Engineering and Design, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $24,500 for Riverview Park. R-380-925, authorizing contract with Suburban Consulting Engineering, Inc. for professional land surveying, engineering, and environmental services associated with Convery Boulevard, safety improvement survey, geotechnical engineering, environmental permitting, bid phase, and construction support services in the amount not to exceed $149,500. R-381-925, accepting the bid and awarding a contract for the Convery Boulevard Trench Repair Program to Roman E&G Corporation in the amount not to exceed $694,477.50. R-382-925, adopting changes to an existing deferred compensation plan pursuant to the final Internal Revenue Code Section 415 regulations, Pension Protection Act of 2006, the Heroes Earning Assistance and Relief Tax Act of 2008, and the Worker, Retiree, and Employer Recovery Act of 2008. We also have an add-on, which is Resolution 383, 925. Resolution of the City of Perth Amboy County of Middlesex, New Jersey, authorizing the submission of an application to the New Jersey Urban Enterprise Zone Authority for Urban Enterprise Zone Assistance Funds for a seasonal clean team project in the amount not to exceed $200,000. We have some communications. Many communications. And we have closed session resolution R-357-925, authorizing a closed session at the September 10, 2025 council meeting to discuss the following. Number 1, workers' compensation litigation, Mildred Cardona Valle versus City CP number 2018-20595. I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilman Puccio?
Yes.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes. Public portion, 3 minutes maximum per speaker. There's an error there. Per speaker, I need a motion to open to the public.
Move.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay. State your name and the address.
Joanny Sanchez, 603 Charles Street in Perth Amboy. So I came a few months back, I believe either June, for my dad. I'm requesting to be accommodated for handicap parking because we live in a street where it's a bar in the corner, the school is there, it's a lot of transit on Hall Avenue. It's hard for us to find parking, and he is disabled. He has a full amputation, so I'm trying to see if you guys can make that accommodation because I believe you guys are the only one that can help. I have all the forms here that I have sent through the emails. I sent a couple of emails, nobody got back to me, so I decided to come back to the meeting to see if someone can help me with this.
And I'm really sorry we haven't gotten back to you. I kind of had feedback from maybe 2 or 3 members. I'm waiting for everybody to kind of
Okay.
give me, once I get all the response, I'll get back to you with
Okay.
a recommendation.
Okay, good. I don't know if you want to keep the copy or you already have it, probably.
We have it. We
Okay.
have it from the email and
I'm sorry,
everything.
this is
Okay.
Charles Street?
Charles Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so
I'm
much.
sorry
Have a good
that
day.
it has been taking so long.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Why?
Take my chances. Good evening, council members. I'm Sharon Huberman. I'm a resident residing on Cornell Street. I'm just going to read this letter. You'll get a copy, Council President and the Business Administrator. Dear honorable members of the Perth Amboy City Council, I am writing this letter with a heavy heart, knowing that an event called Perth Amboy Day is scheduled to occur on September 13, 2025, which is supposed to be a celebration for everyone who calls Perth Amboy home, where members of the community can connect with local organizations, businesses, and nonprofits by visiting their information table, is an event which will not include our civic and political organization because we have been prohibited from participating. While many towns are inclusive of all organizations, regardless of creed, politics, age, etc., our town, through the office of the mayor, is prohibiting our participation under the guise of wanting to have the event as nonpartisan. There is no such notion of nonpartisan in Perth Amboy, where other events and life itself renders politics at all levels. What is most disconcerting is that in a community that seeks to learn about how to vote, where to register to vote, how to opt out of voting by mail, or information about the candidates that are running to represent them, etc., the residents of our town will be negated the opportunity of such valuable information by our not-for-profit political and civic organization because of government overreach. I hope you consider that America was founded on liberty and freedoms endowed upon us by our Creator, where all men are created equal and shall not be infringed upon, silencing the voice of speech or freedoms to assemble. By not allowing our Perth Amboy Republican organization to participate in Perth Amboy Day, in which we submitted an application which showed no such restriction to participate, the denial is tantamount to silencing our speech. Please be inclusive as espoused in your diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I would greatly appreciate a response by the council members, as I'm not sure if you know of the situation, hopefully by this evening, and hopefully you will consider us and approve us to participate in Perth Amboy Day. Warmest regards, Sharon Huberman. I am the chair, the municipal chair of the Perth Amboy Republican Organization. So I have a copy of the letter for the president and for the business administrator.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
That's for the council president and the business administrator.
Thank you.
Very nice, Sharon, very nice.
Anyone else? Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Delano Perez, Perth Amboy. Thank you for the 3 minutes. That's going to hurt you politically, believe it or not. First of all, to clear the airwaves here, this city council here is going to face some very serious problems. There's people out there, they want to embarrass you, big time. They can't wait. They're like vultures. Because the city has a lot of problems. You know what it is? I know what it is. Some things you cannot talk about. I understand that. Some things you have to keep it confidential for good reasons. But very soon we're going to have a new governor. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter who's going to be the governor. They're going to make you clean up your own backyard. No more running to Trenton. No, that stops now. You got to start cleaning up your own backyard. Because if you don't, they're going to do it for you. You look at me, that's too hard to believe. They've done it before. They cleaned up this town before. These people up there. These are the people who take you one by one, sit you down and says, are you aware of this? Are you aware of this? It goes on, and they're gonna make you feel very sick and very ill. They mean business. I'm telling you, I've seen this happen. I don't want to see this happen to you. It's a blame game. There's people here in the city that work for the city, you know it, but you're going to get the blame for it. They're going to blame you. And I hate to use this language. Following these people around, the people that tell you what to do with whatever, is not going to accomplish anything. You're for us. You're for us. You have to work with it, whether you like it or not. This is a tough position you're in. But wait till after January comes. Be prepared for what's going to happen. I'm serious. I've seen this before. I've seen a lot of people go down and see council members. Better start doing this now. I'm serious. Start cleaning it up. Please. You don't want public embarrassment. You don't want it. You don't want the cameras coming in front of City Hall with a press conference. Because somebody's going to blow something wide open here. Forget about the mayor. I respect him. I know he's the mayor. Forget about it. You have a very important job to do. We look at you as very important people, as very well-educated people. Let's stop. Let's start paying attention to what's going on here. Believe it or not. Take it for what it's worth, what I'm saying. I'm telling you, trust me. I've seen it happen before.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hi. Okay.
Okay.
State your name and your address, please.
Yes, Felix Castillo,
You can-
540.
You can put it up.
Okay. Felix Castillo, 540 Colgate Avenue.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I have here complaints when the Wilda was the mayor about the park, Washington Park, about baseball players drinking in front of kids. Every weekend, it's getting bad. So what I have here are copies for 2024, 2025, and the years going by of all the garbage cans that are filled with nothing but liquor and bottled beers. I've called the police officers, they respond to it, and what happens is they can't do nothing about it because when they come there, they stick out like a sore thumb, and they hide the beer, and they hide everything, okay? I have video, pictures, every evidence against them, and like I said, these officers, they work hard, they try the best they can, but we have to put a stop on this, and the ones that are responsible for this are the ones that give the permits out for the baseball games. They come in there in the parking lot, and they blast their music. I want you guys to have copies of this, okay? I have 163 petition signatures from everybody in my neighborhood, surrounding neighborhoods, on New Brunswick Avenue and the whole 9 yards. So we're having a problem now, not only the park, with the drinking in front of kids and the rowdiness in the whole 9 yards, hitting pots, blowing horns. I mean, just doing it on purpose, okay? My thing is, I have nothing against anybody playing baseball, but my thing is, when you got kids around, you should not be drinking, especially when the playground's adjacent to it, and the skateboard park is right adjacent to the baseball field. And this only happens on weekends with certain baseball players. I don't know the teams offhand because I can't get a clear shot with my cameras, but eventually you guys are gonna see on the pictures, the date that I took the pictures of the garbage cans full of them, okay? I know I have 30 seconds left. But my thing is, we have to find a solution. This has been going on since the Wilder. And my concern is, like I said, it's for the kids. Now, my second thing is, I don't know how New Brunswick Avenue changed over from 25 miles an hour to 30 miles an hour on a pedestrian road, which is you got school, you got a park with kids crossing to McDonald's, and 2 of them got hit this summer. 1 passed away.
Thank you.
Okay?
Anybody else?
I want you guys to have a copy
Okay.
of this, please.
Mr. Akil, you want to get that?
This is petitions. These are copies of the
I'm going to call him,
garbage cans, okay?
but I'm waiting for
I
him
want
to
the boards,
finish.
everybody to have one, please, okay? We need help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, have you had, have you heard of this happening? I
Yeah.
live in that area, to
Okay.
tell you, but I don't see it that close. I
Okay.
mean, mine is behind the,
I'm adjacent, my fence is adjacent to the parking lot.
okay,
So
thank
I
you,
got a clear view of everything.
thank you.
So I'll make copies for everybody.
Chief,
Good evening. Yes, we have been called there on many occasions for loud music and those types of things. And as the gentleman mentioned, we do respond. There have been instances of summonses issued and those types of things in there. But as he says, they see the police cars pull up and we can't go and search through people's bags or do any of those types of things. We can only address what's out there, in the open at the time when we come. But we have been there, we have addressed it. I have had some conversations with Director Ortiz with respect to them policing themselves as being, responsible athletic teams and they sign the waivers and they sign everything at the beginning saying that they're going to do and what they're going to do and, risk suspension. And actually, I believe there were a couple of games that we canceled because of some things that were going on. But the director knows a little bit more about that but I know we were set up to do be at some of those games and then they were canceled. So I don't know if they were rescheduled or what have you, but because of some of the issues, and I believe they're also changed to some different fields also.
okay. I think this is something that we have to keep an eye on it. It's just like the resident said, that, that area is for kids, and there's a lot of kids around that
Yes,
area.
absolutely.
We have the basketball court, we have everything else around there. I mean, I see that park full of young kids, adults, and everything, so it's something to kind of keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I think it's very important, as you mentioned.
And see a plan to kind of address it.
I think, as you mentioned, it's very important to pull the permits. If they're not doing what they need to do and they're not being sportsmanlike conduct and so forth, then they can't play. I mean,
Is
that's.
Mr. Ortiz here?
Uh-huh.
No, right?
No, he's not.
If you see the copy that I forward and everybody that's in charge of the park has a copy of that.
Okay.
And I never got back to them.
Okay,
They
sir.
never emailed me back.
We got it.
Right.
Okay.
So
Thank
we
you.
have like a number of complaints that have been coming in to the police department that we can share with Mr. Ortiz, and then that way he can make a decision whether these teams or whoever it is that's doing this can be either suspended from playing if they so happen to get caught, you know, it has to stop. You know, we have to find a way to make it sure that it is enforced, that, you know, we have to find a solution on how we can really prevent it from happening and, you know, from continuing to happen.
Absolutely. We have everything that we go to, every job we respond to is in our computer-aided dispatch system, so I'd be happy to share that with them. I know that we do that on a regular basis. We also meet with them ahead of time, beforehand, and we explain to them this won't be tolerated, that won't be tolerated. I know that they do also on a regular basis, but that may be time at this point to say, listen, if, you know, all of these warnings, you've gotten summonses, you know you're not supposed to be
Exactly.
doing this stuff, maybe
Right.
it's time you're not playing next year.
Right.
Because it's, you know, these season's almost over, but, you know,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else? Come on.
Good evening. My name is Carmen Rodriguez. I own a daycare on Colgate Avenue. I'm his neighbor. I've called the police a couple of times, and technically they laugh in my face. My issue is the speeding. I own a daycare. There's a daycare across the street. There's a daycare up the street, and there's a daycare around the street. In the last 3 months, my car's been hit. One of my clients' car's been hit. There's been a couple of accidents. I called the police on Monday because my new client, her car, they were going by so fast that they took off her mirror on the side. And this has been happening. I've been open 3 years. In the last 2 years, it's been getting really bad. And also the noise, I called the police. I went out there and I talked to the police, and they just told me there's nothing they can do about it. There's no time limit. I literally, on the weekends, I get up in the morning with my husband and I just leave and I come back at night. It's just really getting out of hand. I'm worried about my children. I'm worried about the children in the community. This is really important. The kids, even on the daycares, the parents come in, it's getting really bad. It's getting bad between Colgate and New Brunswick. And all you can hear is all the noise, all the time. My kids sometimes, they're trying to sleep on their nap time, and you hear the cars running, like speeding through Colgate. And it's unacceptable. It's not fair for us homeowners, and that's my business. My next door neighbor has one up the street, around the corner, and it's just, I just don't want a child to get hurt, or a parent trying to bring in their kids into my business and get hurt because these cars are speeding. It's unacceptable. And I really wish that you guys would really come up with a solution and a plan to really help us with the park area, because it's really getting out of hand. It really is. And it's been for a couple of years now. It hasn't, this year, it got better for a little while, and then it just started all over again. And if you could please help us, we need the help. The older people that are retired, us business owners in the neighborhood, we all need to be helped. Because if you guys don't help us, who's gonna help us? I've been here 24 years. I left from New York to come over here. I don't wanna have to leave here again. I don't wanna have to leave. So please, can you please help us? Thank you for your time.
Do you see any like police presence around there, or what kind of solution would you think of?
The speed bumps. I think that speed bumps would help for the cars racing and the people going across New Brunswick and Colgate, because maybe that'll slow them down. It's just that they're going by so fast, they taking off. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public portion.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, I need a motion to go on closed session.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, after the closed session, we will have the city council meeting. So I appreciate everybody who participated and bring their issues that are happening in their neighborhood. Thank you.
this,
15 to 30 in is closing off right now because it's so small.
Is ready?
Yes.
I need a motion to return from closed session.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? I need a motion to adjourn the caucus meeting.
move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, we're ready to start the council meeting for September 10th, 2025. Presiding officer of the council, Milady Tejeda, wishes to advise the audience that notice of this meeting has been filed with the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and posted on the bulletin board in the city clerk's office and on the city's website, indicating that today's meeting is being held in the council chambers, City Hall, 260 High Street, right after the caucus and closed session. Council President Tejeda, as a courtesy of the governing body, I will ask all individuals present, including members of the audience, to please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices. Should you need to make a telephone call, please go out into the hallway and speak in a low voice so as not to disturb the ongoing meeting. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista.
Present.
Councilwoman Morales.
Present.
Councilwoman Peralta.
Present.
Councilman Puccio.
President.
Council President Tejeda.
Present. Let's stand for the invocation and the pledge of allegiance. Dear Lord, watch over this governing body. Provide us with the wisdom and the understanding of the needs of our residents and our community and whoever come to visit or stay our city. I also want to pray for those that are defending our freedom abroad and home, and also their family, for our students who came back to school, to keep them safe and protect them for all evil. protect our residents and our family. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ordinance, public hearing, 3 minutes maximum per speaker per ordinance. Number 1, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy to amend an ordinance entitled, an ordinance designating restricted parking spaces for use by handicapped persons. Ordinance number 380-85 and amendments adopted July 2nd, 1985, also known as Chapter 255A, of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy, and this is about deletions. I need a motion to open to the public.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, anyone? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public hearing.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? I need a motion to adopt.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista,
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta,
Yes.
Councilman Puccio,
Yes.
Council President Tejeda.
Yes. Number 2, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, to amend an ordinance entitled Streets and Sidewalks, ordinance number 121-76, adopted December 12, 1976, as amended by the ordinance number 537-91, adopted April 16, 1991, also known as Chapter 386 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy, and this is about sidewalk construction and repair inspection fees. I need a motion to open to the public.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public hearing.
Move it.
Second.
That was
All in
Stacy,
favor?
Madam Clerk.
Aye.
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 Against? I need a motion to adopt.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista,
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta,
Yes.
Councilman Puccio,
Yes.
Council President Tejeda.
Yes. Number 3, an ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled Vehicles and Traffic, ordinance number 194-78, as amended, adopted September 19, 1978, also known as Chapter 414 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy, and this is a no turn on red on Smith and Goodwin intersection. I need a motion to open to the public.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public hearing.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? I need a motion to adopt.
Move it. Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista,
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta,
Yes.
Councilman Puccio,
Yes.
Council President Tejeda.
Yes. Number 4, an ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled Property Maintenance, ordinance number 646-92, as amended, adopted November 16, 1992, also known as Chapter 335 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy. I need a motion to open to the public.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public hearing.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? I need a motion to adopt.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista,
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta,
Yes.
Councilman Puccio,
Yes.
Council President Tejeda.
Yes. Agenda, public comment. Citizen may address the council on any matter on the agenda which does not have its own scheduled public hearing. Citizens shall be permitted to speak once for a maximum of 3 minutes. I need a motion to open to the public.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? It's open to the public on agenda items. Seeing none, I need a motion to close public
Move.
comments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Minutes, council meetings, September 9 and 25, 2024, October 9 and 23, 2024, November 13, 2024. I need a motion to,
Move.
to approve. I need a second.
Second.
That was Ms. Morales.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilman Puccio?
Yes.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes, is that Batista, Cruz Batista
know.
kind of take a lot of energy out of you?
Doesn't quite roll off the
Not
tongue,
yet,
you
not
know?
Bids were received on August 7, 2025 for the following: Convery Boulevard Trench Repair Project. The bid was Roman E&G Corporation for the amount of $694,477 with 50 cents.
Madam President, I
Yes.
just want to ask the BA, where is that going to be exactly?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no, you can tell me.
I'll get to you in the morning.
Yeah, just send it.
Okay, reports. Jill A. Goldie, CFO of Controller, submitted the following investment report for the month of July 2025. The revenue and appropriation status report as of July 2025, including current fund, water, wastewater, utility, parking utility, harborside marina utility. Check register report for the July 2025 in total amount of $11,067,176 with 74 cents. Reports of bond sale held on August 14, 2025. Also, Fallon Barczewski, tax collector, submitted the report of collection for the month of July 2025. Ordinance, first reading, no public discussion. Number one, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, amending the description in Section 1 and providing a supplemental appropriation of $645,000 for the ordinance number 2160-2024, finally adopted May 22nd, 2024. I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilman Puccio?
Yeah.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes. Number two, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, to amend and supplement an ordinance entitled Peddling and Soliciting, ordinance number 572-91, adopted September 17, 1991, also known as Chapter 317, Peddling and Soliciting, Article 1, Peddler of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy. I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilman Puccio?
Yes.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes, an ordinance, number three, an ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, to amend an ordinance entitled Vehicles and Traffic, ordinance number 194-78, as amended, adopted September 19, 1978, also known as Chapter 414 of the Code of the City of Perth Amboy. And this is about stop intersections. I need a motion.
Move it.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilman Puccio?
Yes.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes. Number four, ordinance of the City of Perth Amboy, County of Middlesex, New Jersey, amending and supplementing the City of Perth Amboy Development Regulation and Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 430, with respect to term definitions. I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilman Puccio?
Yes.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes. Okay, look over the resolutions. Remember, there's an add-on.
So,
I had a question.
Are you, on,
How many more phases for Resolution 365 do we have? I know we're on phase 6.
maybe,
I didn't
Mr.
do
Opal
it yet.
should have, let's wait for him to finish. That's number what?
365.
Do you want to just?
I'm not sure, but I'll find out if they have answers for you in the morning.
Just,
meeting in
just
October?
curious.
All right. Okay. All right.
Or road improvement, probably we have. Do you happen to know how many phases for that,
For the
road
road
improvement
improvement program?
We're on number 6, that's 365.
Is it in the Fresno?
I don't know, I'll follow up tomorrow.
Okay,
I'll look for the contract, might be able to pull it up quickly.
okay, no problem.
Okay, go ahead. Anything you want to pull? Okay.
I'm good.
So the consent agenda is R 358, 925 through R 383, 925 is the consent agenda. I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cruz Batista?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morales?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peralta?
Yes.
Councilor Puccio?
Yes.
Council President Tejeda?
Yes. Okay, we have, there's communications there. Public portion. I need a motion to open to the public on any item.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, it's open to the public for any item, is 3 minutes maximum per speaker.
Hi, good evening again. My name is Sharon Huberman. I'm a resident of the city of Perth Amboy. I just wanted to follow up with my letter that I submitted to you for your consideration. Have you been able to make a decision? Because ultimately, if you evaluate the application itself, as when we applied for Perth Amboy Day, there were no restrictions as to what the organizations are, number one. Secondly, when I pulled the resolution that you all passed to have Perth Amboy Day, it was only limited to the scope of the road closures. There also was no restriction. When you pull up the official events for Perth Amboy Day, it also does not state restrictions to the type of organizations. As a matter of fact, it says local organizations, very general. And as I've expressed to you, part of being part of Perth Amboy, I'm born and raised in Perth Amboy, there are many organizations out there, some of which may be operating as, like, for example, because I spoke with someone from Food and Water Watch, they have a PAC. If they were to apply, they would want to support their candidate, give out information about the candidate. But in our regard, our focus was mostly to impact about the voter registration, the opt-out, the mail-in ballots. We're recruiting poll workers because we want to have equity at the polling locations. And this is all information that could be at our booth. So going back, you know, the nonpartisan, the council voted for a referendum where the town chose to be from nonpartisan to partisan, but yet you're not allowing an organization that's both civically minded and political, yes, it is, to participate. So that's, I didn't get any back, like, inquiries. I feel like it's like a dead silence, whereas other people who come up, you engage, but when I'm coming up on the matter that's very serious for our freedom of speech, freedom of association, you know, I just want to know where you are.
Okay. Did you?
Thank you.
That's all your, okay, so this was the first time I heard about of the situation that you
Right.
have. And I don't know the other members, I don't know if you were aware of that.
Via email, yes.
But now, I think Recreation, who is in charge of that participation, send you an email with a
Right.
response. I got it, but I'm sorry, I can't even open my email on my, I'm having trouble with my iPad. But I don't know exactly, but I feel that this is my personal opinion, because when we do the festivity for the Dominican Festival, we also do not allow political, because you will be representing
Political
a
party?
a political party, and it's different than having a table as my, let's say, as Sharon Huberman, telling people to kind of register to vote, be part of that right that you have, or that you will be representing your party. And I don't think, and I'm not sure who else is in there, but I'm not sure. Are you aware if the Democratic Party has there? Because I'm part of the Democratic, but I don't know if they were part of it.
This is an excellent conversation and feedback, because the difference between the Dominican Festival is you're an organization who is sponsoring an event. In this case, it's the municipality that is conducting an event, opening it to everyone to participate. That's our tax dollars. You as the council are involved with the appropriation of the monies. So the way I look at it is, if you're inviting and opening it up to everyone, and it wasn't stated either in a policy or provision in the ordinance or even on the application that there was an exclusion, it's kind of like turning back the clock. It's like, well, it just feels from my vantage point, oh, well, you represent the Republican organization, we don't want your exposure. And I am under the understanding that perhaps there may not be wanting to participate from other people, but I do. Like, why do I have to be silenced if our organization wants to
And I don't think,
participate?
and your time is up, I was just
Yeah.
responding to
Yeah,
you.
but I was
But
making a
anyway, I am going to look over
Okay.
your
Great.
letter
Okay.
and with more time, and kind of respond to you by email, even though I think everybody should look at it and just respond in their own way of opinion.
Right.
I
Do
mean,
you
we
know
just got
when?
your,
Yes, I understand.
we just
that.
got the letter today,
Right.
so we'll look over and respond to you on our view, based on the ordinance and based on what it is Perth Amboy Day.
And can we also look at the policy or
The ordinance.
the ordinance to just make sure that there are clarifications on there? Because if there isn't, then we should be, in my opinion, more specific, you know,
Okay.
as to
Yeah, but
what's
it's,
allowed and not
the
allowed.
clock has, the alarm has already rung. The alarm has already rung. I have copies of the ordinance of each of them, 414, the entertainment, special permits, activities, I have
We can
them.
look it up.
Yeah.
We can look it up and
So
we'll
the
get back
clock
to you.
has been run. So when will I hear? Like, because it's gonna be Saturday. So will I be hearing within 24 hours if we're gonna be allowed to participate or not?
Okay, let's look at the letter and let's have a response by tomorrow.
Thank
Tomorrow
you.
afternoon.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want you to understand that we are not ignoring you. We just got the email like within the last hour, so we'll review it.
Good evening, Council President, members of the council, Ken Gonzalez, 110 High Street. I hope everybody had a great summer and are ready to get back into fall and get back to work as usual. I know you've all been working throughout the summer, of course. A couple things I wanted to just mention in passing. One of them is that I had opportunity to take the train from Perth Amboy to New York about a week or so ago. It was the first time, I guess, I've actually used the train in a long, long time, and I was appreciative of what I saw. I mean, I know that we've had the upper level platform closed down for construction forever and ever, and now we have a functional lower level, train level platform. But one of the things that I really appreciated is the detail work on the rail, wrought iron that had images from Perth Amboy. And that was really, really nice. I saw the image of City Hall, I saw Thomas Mundy Peterson, I saw the ferry slip. Obviously, a lot of thought went into that, and I was very appreciative because we should all be very proud of our Perth Amboy. Another thing I wanted to mention in passing, and this just happened to a client of mine. You know that my office is over at 283 High Street, next to Supremo. And a bunch of parking spaces, I don't know, 10 or 12 or so have been designated for city employee parking there. And they're stenciled on the ground in red, city, and that's all it says, city. And every now and then, clients of mine will park over there, and then we'll see the tow truck and taking them away, and we'll run out to the tow truck and say, hey, wait a minute, and we'll explain the client just didn't realize that that wasn't one of the designated spaces. I would suggest respectfully that perhaps the city could consider re-stenciling so it's a little bit clear, because one of the things the client said to me, I saw it said city, but I just thought that meant free parking. If it said city employees only, it would be a lot more obvious than just city.
I
City's
agree.
really
I
vague,
agree.
and I respectfully ask that we consider, I mean, the time that it would take to fix that and the cost would be so minimal and so easily fixed, it will be a benefit to the people who live and work and shop in Perth Amboy. Third thing I wanted to mention, by now, many of us, certainly me twice, have been stuck in that crazy traffic trying to get into Perth Amboy from Woodbridge, where we have that huge crack in the road. And by now, it's been widely reported. So if you haven't had the pleasure, quote unquote pleasure, of being stuck in it, you've seen it reported. I don't think the city has at this point reported it widely to the people that live here. There's no nixle notice that I've seen or anything. Maybe I've missed it, but I would respectfully ask, if you haven't done it, you may want to issue something for the people that use it on a regular basis, because it's going to, I understand, be closed for several months, and that's going to be a huge issue. I had one other quick issue to bring up, if you would allow me, and if you won't, you won't. I understand that, but I'll bring it up if you'd let me. It'll be quick.
How quick?
30 seconds or less.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds.
I can do
Go
30
ahead.
seconds.
Go ahead.
There's no Channel 34. I know that that's not the city's fault. I know that's Board of Ed. I don't know if you guys have had any conversations. From what I understand, the amount is something to the equivalent of $10,000, which I know in the great scheme of things, while it sounds like a lot, it's not a lot, and the loss to the public is significant. I would respectfully ask, please, if you're not having conversations with the Board of Ed, please do. Maybe there's something we can do, because obviously Channel, and you guys know this, of course, Channel 34 services our community in a major, major way, and it will be great to get it back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, all of you.
And there is plans for it.
I
So
hope so.
there's conversation about it.
Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public portion.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, council comments. Cruz Batista.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here, for participating. I just wanted to take this moment, of course, for a moment of silence, please, as tomorrow is one of the tragedies that have shaken up our entire country and the entire world. So I just want to use my time just to take this moment of silence for September 11th. Thank you very much. And of course, as always, look on our city's websites for upcoming events. I know that Councilwoman Morales does a great job recapping events as well. But have a good evening, and once again, thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Councilwoman Morales?
Yes, thank you for everyone that was here who participated. Just wanted to say summer's over, unfortunately. School has begun. Wishing all the students a great new school year and lots of love to them. And just as we know, there are always still events coming up. Perth Amboy Day, I think it's this weekend coming up. There's the grand reopening of the Eagle, what is it called? The Eagle, the boat. The Eagle Scout 3. They do have a grand reopening of that this weekend as well. I think Rosh Hashanah is also coming up in a couple weeks, right before our next meeting. So I just want to wish everybody who is celebrating that holiday, happy Rosh Hashanah. And that's all for now. Good night, good evening, thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Peralta.
I just wanted to welcome all of our students back. It's always exciting coming back to school, seeing all the children back. But on that same note, there's a lot of traffic, congestion, everyone trying to figure out where they're going, their routes, now that maybe they're transitioning from one school to the other. So I just ask to be patient, to be alert, and to just be conscious of, everyone that's walking and crossing our streets. Please be patient and kind to our crossing guards. I find that we have an issue retaining our crossing guards because it's a hard job, So please be kind to them and say thank you when you do see them, because it is a difficult job. They're outside throughout the whole year. So welcome back to all of our students. The library presentation was a beautiful presentation. I'm excited about this project. I think it's a necessity in our town, and I'm super enthusiastic about this. And just to piggyback off of September 11th, I would like to welcome everyone. If I'm not mistaken, we're having something tomorrow at 11, right? I want to say at 11. So I welcome you all to participate and have a good evening.
Thank you. Councilman Puccio.
Thank you, Madam President. Actually, first I'd like to bring up the fact that September is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's why I wore pink today.
Oh, I
And, but in my mind, I think cancer awareness is a 12-month awareness. I'm fortunate enough, I happen to be a cancer survivor, but my heart goes out to the people that are suffering from that dreaded disease. With that said, we move on to September 11th. Tomorrow is the anniversary, and there is a ceremony tomorrow at 11 o'clock. But, for some of us, it's etched into our minds. The council president, a lot of people, and I know I bring this up every year at this time, but a lot of people don't know that the council president was at the World Trade Center when the planes hit the building. She was working there. I spent time there. The chief of police, Chief Catano, spent time there. Nothing will ever erase the memories of what we saw with our eyes from that day. So, with that said, my heart goes out to all the families that were affected and the families that are being affected to this day, because the total of people that have lost their lives from September 11th has more than reached 5,000. People that have died from cancer-related illnesses who spent time at Ground Zero, including 2 Perth Amboy police officers who are suffering from cancer right now. So, with that said, one last little thing, because I saw Tommy's picture flash up on the screen before the meeting started, and it's been 17 years since Officer Ray Jai was killed in the line of duty. So every year we commemorate that by riding to the spot where Officer Ray Jai lost his life. But the last couple of years we have partnered up with Woodbridge PD, and we also go out to sites where one of their officers was killed, especially the site of Alvin Williams, police officer that lost his life trying to save 2 kids. And he also was the first Afro-American police officer for the city of Woodbridge. With that said, if anybody wants to see us do it, it's on September 15th, Chief. 10 o'clock, we're leaving police headquarters, and we're riding out to Staples, where Tommy passed away, and the Home Depot in Colonia, where Officer Williams lost his life. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody who came today and brought up their problems or whatever they're facing right now. And talking about September 11, I feel for all the families who lost a family member at that side on the, bless you. And also, it was a threat to our freedom. And let's keep it in our mind that there is a lot going on to protect our freedom from this country, in this country, from abroad or anywhere. But we have been grateful to have such a wonderful nation that protects all our citizens, and I'm very proud to be part of this nation since 1974 and until I depart. But all of us, please, whoever has the time tomorrow to participate, to come at 11 o'clock. So our students, I'm glad they're back, and I hope they enjoy their school year, that they have a safe and a very productive year for all of them. Our students are very, very unique and special, and we all have a special heart for them. So good luck this year. Good luck to their parents. Give them the patience to deal with homework and everything else, and whatever happens in the activities that they have in schools, to be able to enjoy it. I think that's one of the things that I miss the most, when my kids participated in different activities in school, and you go here, go there. At the moment, you don't even think how quickly they grow, and they kind of, you don't have that anymore. So enjoy your kids, enjoy your family, and have a safe evening. I need a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, have a good evening, everyone.
You know,